Good morning.
Good morning.
We are live, Jason. So I was trying to do the math. I think this is about your 22nd day. Is that correct?
I think that's about right. Yeah, 3 weeks in, a little over 3 weeks.
A little over 3 weeks. What's the progress? How have you been? We haven't been on a face-to-face call in nearly 2 weeks. We've been texting, but what's the progress as of day 22?
So I'm down about 10 pounds since we started, um, and so that's been going pretty well. I had what I'm finding is that the weekends are the hardest thing. Um, this past weekend, I kind of shot the moon, and just we had some friends in, and we went out on Saturday night, and then Jennifer and I went out on Sunday night, and it was just yeah. I kind of blew the macros out of the water, um, but
Yeah,
um,
that's
it was
common.
enjoyable. Yeah.
A couple things. It is common. I think a lot of us, myself included, get in our weekday routine. I and we don't necessarily have friends over or go out to eat as often Monday through Friday. But when you say the weekends are tough, so you know, knowing what you now know about food and nutrition,
Mhm.
and understanding you can really eat anything, what aspects of it are more challenging when you're out or when you have friends over?
Yeah, I think it's the challenging thing is when we're going somewhere that I enjoy eating, is not eating everything on the menu that I'm used to eating. Um, we went to Dinosaur Barbecue on Saturday night, and so that was. I mean, I had the fried green tomatoes for the appetizer, and then had my brisket and ribs, and then I could have just had the brisket and ribs and been fine, but I had to have two sides as well. Um,
What'd you
so
have? What sides?
um, had the mashed potatoes and the barbecue fried rice.
So what's funny is like back in the day for me and a lot of my friends, it was like barbecue is healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to that same dinosaur barbecue that you're talking about in Schenectady, right?
In Troy.
In Troy. And you'd think it's meat, it's good for you, but that will blow your fat away, correct? Did
Yeah,
you find that?
yeah, definitely.
So did you keep track of it or did you just let it go?
I let it go.
Have you
Um,
now so that was Saturday,
yeah,
you and your friends, or was that when you went out with your wife?
that was when we went out with the friends.
Okay, so you go out with your friends. You're going out Saturday. Were you
Mhm.
making any conscious decisions that morning? Were you tracking? Were you just like, this is going to be one of those days?
I mean, I knew that later on we were going to have that, and so for breakfast and for lunch, I was mindful of, okay, I've got to watch it here so that I can enjoy the dinner later. What happened is that in the afternoon, um, I don't know what it was. I just had one of those moments where I said, I need to snack and have snacks that I shouldn't have. And so that's what really probably did it for me, is that afternoon snack where had the I had a soda and hot Cheetos and a candy bar. So that
Okay,
that
but
yeah,
if we were to really stop for a moment and break it all
yeah,
down, I mean, I would personally still consider it a success because, well, I mean, first of all, we can't lose sight of the fact that you're down 10 pounds in 22 days.
yeah,
What other diet would allow you to go to dinosaur barbecue plus have a mid-afternoon snack and still be down 10 pounds? But
yeah.
in addition to that, I think the success and the win is in the past, breakfast would have been equally disastrous.
Hmm.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Saturday's dinosaur barbecue would have turned into Sunday's, brunch, IHOP, whatever.
Yes, yeah,
Where now we know, okay, look, I had a bad day. I went to dinosaur barbecue. I know what I need to do. I can have these Cheetos again Sunday morning for breakfast if I want, but I
hmm
have to keep it in check.
yeah.
And truth be told, like this weekend, where was I was in Oklahoma, and we went out to a really nice place that had a very high end known burger and mac and cheese and donut holes. And it was like, I had tracked all day knowing that. Did I probably go way over my fat? Yes. But I
Yeah.
also knew Sunday, all right, it is what it is. I feel a little bad, like not emotionally, but my body felt off from eating more and get right back at it.
Yeah.
So have you been back at it since then?
Yes. Yeah. And I mean, Sunday was a good day. And then yesterday was I really followed plan. I got back on things. But that's the thing. Like it's easier during Monday through Friday to do that.
It is, and I think, I mean, I know for me, again, a few years ago when I started, I travel on the weekends, and it was Monday through Friday, perfect. Saturdays bad, Sundays okay, and I was getting, about 75% of the results I wanted, which made sense. I was good 5 out of 7 days, and
Mhm.
the truth of the matter is, Jason, you're gonna lose weight doing that. Now, the
Mhm.
better you can be on Saturday and Sunday, if we can turn that into 6 out of 7, and then ultimately, 6.5 out of 7, meaning you just have an enjoyable meal on a Saturday night, and then
Yeah.
maybe it's every other week, once a month. Eventually, it's I know how to track what I'm eating at Dinosaur Barbecue.
Yeah.
But the only way this becomes sustainable is if we allow that to happen. If we force you to have perfect weekends for the next 3 weeks, you probably can and will do it, and you probably can and will go crazy,
Yeah.
right? So that's not what we want. That's not what we want. But overall, I mean, hey, 10 pounds in 22 days is impressive. It's awesome. Like we've said a few times, we don't expect the progress to be this significant for this forever.
Mhm.
But we have 8 more days in your first month. Good morning.
Good
Morning.
morning.
So we have 8 more days in this month, and then hopefully we can continue with that. Now, other news in your life, we and I've communicated, so I know a little bit about what's going on. You went and did your first CrossFit workout yesterday.
Yeah. My wife and I did a one-on-one workout at Albany CrossFit. And so it was it was a slow thing. We learned. I mean, Murph was really good about showing us different things and helping us. And so we did one round for 6 minutes, and at the end of that 6 minutes, it felt like I had been working out for half an hour. Um, but it was great. It was nice
So,
to do that.
first of all, three Jasons, huh? Me, you, and Murph. But most people don't know his name is actually Jason. But did Murph? I know last week you went out with Murph and Abby, who had introduced us. And Abby's doing great with her macros as a vegetarian.
Yeah.
So, did Murph tell you his story?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Murph was, up around, the number has grown over the years. As I tell you, I like to exaggerate it, but somewhere between 400 and 600 pounds, I'd say, probably closer to 400. And you know, I didn't know what I knew then with nutrition in him, and it became a lot of just paleo and eat clean foods, and that worked for him, but it wasn't as sustainable and as much of a lifestyle as what you're doing. So I think it's really awesome that you're doing that. And what's the game plan as far as exercise and CrossFit goes now? Are you going to go back?
So we're gonna go back tomorrow to do another one-on-one and kind of ease our way in. And then, I mean, we enjoyed doing it yesterday, and so we're committed to going forward with it and
Awesome.
being part of that.
I think that's also something we haven't really touched on. You've lost 10 pounds without exercising.
Hmm.
Just simply changing your eating habits. And I think what I would say about exercise is the same thing I'd say about nutrition. It has to be long term and sustainable. We
Yeah.
can throw you into the wolves at Albany CrossFit or any gym in your area and beat you up for 30 days, and you probably won't want to come back day 31. So slow and steady, learning the movements, learning to do them properly. On a 1 to 10, how sore are you today?
Like a 3.
Oh, not too bad. It'll get worse tomorrow, so that's good.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. And how'd your wife enjoy it?
She liked it, and she liked the I mean, just the fact that Murph took time to really show us what we were doing and how to properly do a squat, and to and doing the the scaling back the push up and doing ring rows, and really taking time to show us how to do them and critique our form, so to help us do it better.
Awesome.
Which was great.
That's what it's all about. I think for both of these, like I said, nutrition and your exercise routine now, slow and steady. We're not trying to win any, championships, and this isn't a sprint. This has to be something that come day, 322, we're still on these calls, and, you're approaching 200 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome. That's really awesome. I'm glad to see. I mean, you have multiple support systems. You got me here. You've got Abby, you've got Murph now at the gym, and obviously you have your wife who's doing it along with you, and we have to get her tracking some macros soon too.
She's tried to do it. It's a little bit difficult for her. She's gone back to really tracking her carbs,
Okay.
which really has helped her in the past. And I think if when she's done that, she'll probably find that she's meeting other things as well.
Absolutely. Tracking something is better than nothing. Like you've probably learned, it's very hard. It would be very hard to be too over on one macro without being too over on another. I mean, you can do it. You can eat only grilled chicken and be over your protein, or eat only licorice and be over your carbs, but most of us don't eat that way. If you're keeping one of those in check, by default you're probably being mindful of the other two. So that's really good. Awesome, Jason. Well, let's check in again. I mean, we'll continue to keep touch offline, but let's try to maybe touch base on Friday this way, and we can kind of set up for success over the weekend. That'd be a good opportunity to discuss what you have going on. Maybe you'll know more by then, and then we can kind of come up with a game plan.
All right.
All right. Well, you have a great rest of the day. Keep up the great work. Give Murph a big hug for me, and have fun at your second workout.
All right. Thanks.
All right, Jason.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.